baby. Get the music going. 4th of July freaking weekend. Look at this. Look at it. Freaking America. It's not my birthday anymore. But actually, technically it is. Because it's the day of my birthday plus a week. And we're within the week. So it's America's birthday, it's Trent's birthday, it's all of our birthday. We're starting early. We gotta end early, that means we gotta start early. Compromise. Good to see ya. Freaking made it. Love you guys. So excited. I was off today. I had the free day. So this basically, the 4th of July was today. And then it keeps going until Monday, you know? Good to see all of you. Basically what I want to do is I wanted to start at 5 o'clock here. And then I just wanted to see which of you is already drinking because it's 4th of July weekend. I know at least, bare minimum, guy has probably been drinking all day. You know? Who else? Fango was here first. Joe Dickinson wasn't. Loser. But thank you. Bourbon Nephi, what's up? Cheers, all you magnificent whiskey people. Happy birthday, America. I'm looking forward. I was like, man, this was my whole thought process. So we always do. There's a huge 4th of July race, massive. So I was like, I gotta show up to we're doing the race tomorrow morning. Trev, you're super quiet. Oh, I think I messed with my. Hello? And then I'll do this. I think we discovered this a couple weeks ago. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, yeah, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. I think this microphone's dying. So I gotta be very careful with it. How's this? It's better on my end. We're not in the red. Red means dead. Donut, pack of donuts, saving the day. Driving down to SD. Why? You mean like San Diego? What up, Kevin Campbell? Oh, dude, Kevin's here. It's 4th of July. Stag. Where's the stag? Steve A is here. Of course. Barbecue Ed. Oh, you know. You know. What is Ed cooking? 4th of July? Barbecue Ed? Who all's going to be doing that? Remember, we had that whole barbecue discussion a while back. I want to grill something tomorrow, but I just don't know what. Because I'm kind of at the mercy of, like, Sarah doesn't really like a lot of steak, you know? So it's kind of like, what do I grill? She does love Blackstone grilled chicken that then we turn into chicken tacos. That might be that. I mean, that's just a classic. Hard to beat it. What up, David Bays? Si, senor. Yes, sir. Hey, that auto translate's doing that crap again. I love it. Rick! Daniel Bear Sports highlights. Janelle! How you doing, Janelle? What's the fireworks plans? What's the fireworks plans? What's your plans for 4th of July? Are you watching fireworks? What do you got going on? Barbecuing? Like I said, I got this race tomorrow morning. So I was like, I can't show up that slammered. So we got to start the live stream early. But then after the race, it's like, we're going to come back here and just party. Granted, it is so hot. I'm sure all of you are facing the heat, but it's not good. It's not well. This heat bubble. Stacy, happy birthday, Trev. I'm taking it is not my birthday, but we are partying because it was my birthday and we missed out on it. So I'm taking it. I'll take it. Last Saturday was my birthday. The day that we drove home from vacation was my birthday. So that's how I spent my birthday, was driving for 9 hours. Almost 10-year neighbors fireworks competition. Got to keep my crown. Dude, that's awesome. It's funny you say that. We used to go to this house. I don't know these people. It was like my cousin worked for the guy, and he would host this huge 4th of July party and be like, yeah, invite everyone who works for me, invite your entire family. Like, it's a huge deal. So we just show up to this dude's house, and it was his house in a massive backyard, and then there's this big pond, and then on the other side of the pond was this massive house. Well, each year it was a competition between our party and then the people across the pond's party. They would do the same thing. It was crazy. I was like, this is better than the freaking, like, the city's fireworks show. They went all out. It was like, everyone would, like, people would show up, see the fireworks show, and then the next year be like, I'm going to contribute to this guy's fireworks show to beat them. It was wild. Just absolutely insane. But they don't work for him no more, so we can't go over there. Guess we could just sneak in. Like, oh yeah, I met Todd. He's over there. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll catch you later. Will do. Oh, we early. What up, Corgi? Taking a dog on a walk. And then time to relax. I love just how I'm taking a dog on a walk. Not my dog, not Biscuit, not Willow. I'm taking a dog. Guys, cooking food on the indoor griddle, having drinks, and watching the fireworks from my living room window. Oh, heck yeah. The guy ain't even freaking leaving the house, man. We have a pretty good... We just sit on the back patio and watch the neighborhood. We go all out stupid. I have friends that contribute that have been to in the past. David, it might be your house we go to. Plot twist. David is the guy's house. He's the guy. And I just didn't know. Could you imagine? No, David is the guy. He's the guy across the pond. He's the other guy. In the past years, we spent something like $1,000 on mortars for our parties. Bro, if it's anything like I used to always buy fireworks when I was younger. And I would just have a little mini show, you know, like for my parents and stuff. If it's anything like it used to be, I would imagine it's worse than what it used to be. But spending $1,000 is pretty easy to do. It ain't hard to get up to $1,000 at a freaking fireworks stand. You got to find the one that's like the value for money, you know? literally just buying a crap ton of just mortars on their own and like setting it up yourself is good. You could buy a whole box of one, it just does all of it for you, you know, but those are expensive. And you don't know if they're gonna be good. You spend $80 on one box, and then it's kind of like freaking shooting Twizzlers out, you know? We never have to buy fireworks. All our neighbors get crazy with them. It might just be the guy in you, you know? There's something about orchestrating, like, okay, I'm gonna light this one, and this one, and it's gonna have, like, it's gonna shoot it at a certain way, like, it's gonna be like a little show. And then when it just pulls off perfectly, I'm like, yeah, look, that's me. I did all that. Like, that's perfect, you know? It's not hard to walk into any store and drop a ban. I'm trying to replace my desktop, and the price of desktops is ridiculous. That's true. I mean, freaking, you know what's crazy? Speaking of that, Wilty, I was looking at, which I don't need it, but I was looking at, like, getting some parts to upgrade my PC, like, for gaming. But then I was like, while I'm at it, I'll just go ahead and get some more RAM. Have you seen prices of RAM? I paid, for the RAM sticks that are in my PC, I think I paid $100 for. You look on Amazon right now, they're like $700. For the same exact one. It literally says, you purchased this on this date. And I was like, I didn't spend no $700 on this crap. I can tell you that. I wouldn't have a PC if that's the case. I'm so glad now. I'm thinking back. I'm like, dude, I need the amount of RAM that I have. Like, you can't edit. I can't edit videos on this PC without it. Which, by the way, I uploaded a video today. Get this, I edited and uploaded that video today. And I finished another one. And it will publish next week. It's done, it's ready to go. I did 2 today. And I got like 4 or 5 more filmed. Yeah, it's just gonna be like, we got videos at least until the end of August. I'm gonna pour some more of this. Just cause, come on. Martin, wait a minute, I missed that. Martin says, happy belated, was this number 20? 21. Oh. I was gonna say I wish, but not really. I'm in the prime of my life. I think this is the best years. 21? No. 21? You're kind of dumb. I feel like 31 is... I feel 21, but I'm smart. That's where I'm at. Prime, baby. But then Martin says, productive, Trev, is scary. God dang right I am. James Lloyd! Do push-ups. It is, productive Trev is scary because, like, I get in that flow state. I mean, I was like, boom, 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 and then the video was done. I'm like, dang. That took way less time than I thought it was going to. Maybe I was just like in a funk and I didn't. I would just like get distracted. I mean, I blew through it. And then I was like, well, I got more videos I filmed. Let me just do another one. I mean, I can tell you what all I have filmed. What did I upload? I forgot which one I already uploaded. Oh, I did the Knob Creek one first. And then I'm going to do Barrel Bourbon. Then I got Knob Creek 21. I got Elijah Craig 15. Oh, you know what I should have done? I'm a freaking idiot. I forgot I filmed it. The Evan Williams 250th. It's gonna be too late. I might have to edit that one tomorrow, and then maybe I'll upload it tomorrow. I'm so dumb. I filmed this like a month ago, so that's why I forgot. Well, crap. Well, there's that. What else did I do? I don't know. I'm an idiot. Did you guys know that? Think AI farms for the Ryzen PC parts. Is that what it is? They need tons of RAM to run those data centers, huh? Because I feel like that's basically the only part that has been like that inflated. I bought a MacBook Air earlier this year, and what that machine does with 16 gigs of RAM is magic. I have trying to think, because I think I have two different. I have something weird. I think I have like 28. Maybe I can look this PC. I have quite a bit. It's something weird though. Like I have like a 16 and a 32, so maybe it's like higher. It's very strange. The amount of RAM I have, but how do you see it? I thought it was something you could do like this PC. In my PC. Setting. System settings. Whatever. It's something weird, but I got a lot. But the thing is, and this is why I need so much RAM, is I edit my videos in 4K and then like exporting them and stuff. I also like to have, I can have my Adobe Premiere up and edit the video, and while it's exporting, I can pull up Photoshop and edit the thumbnail at the same time. And if you don't have that much RAM, like your computer will explode. It will literally explode. Those two programs use so much RAM. Especially freaking 4K footage. It does not like that. And there's no reason I shoot my videos in 4K other than I want you to see my glistening, sweaty skin. What is the size of Trev's shirt? This is actually an extra large. If you couldn't tell. It really is. I'm just that freaking jacked. I wasn't even flexing right there. I was gonna ask if you're legal to go into the bar yet. I'm 31. 31. In the prime of my life. Wow, so Miracle Martinez, she's not in the chat. But she did text me. And she's upset that I went live during Argentina. You know what's crazy? I'm going to use all of my RAM and I'm going to pull up the Argentina game. I'm going to watch it myself. You can do both. Wait, what? Is it on Hulu? It is. I've never watched soccer, so I don't know what's going on, but we're going to watch it. Look, I got it. You can do both, people. We just hanging out drinking. Now I'm hanging out drinking, watching Argentina, and the piss is CPV. There's no way those guys are gonna win. I don't even know what country that is. Gotta be an island country. Something just like no one's ever heard of. And all they do on the island is play soccer. So maybe they will win. Hey, Whack Attack. So over on Patreon, you might have noticed, I posted some stickers that, will be going on to barrel picks that we did, if you remembered a couple of weeks ago. Jeffrey Wack made them, and they are freaking fantastic. They are hilarious. So, we don't have like an actual date yet, but it's Gene. They're moving, getting waxed, getting lubed up for you guys. Do you even remember the 90s? I would say the earliest memory I have, let me think back. I can say I remember the 90s, but it's weird random memories because I was a child. I was born in 95. I would probably say one of the earliest memories I have, I had to have been probably 3. So that would be 1998. I have this weird, very, very vivid memory of the daycare that I would go to. And it's so vivid that, like, I feel like I could almost, like, sketch out the building that we were in. Like, it's weird. It's just, like, one memory of this place. I remember where the carpet turned to tile and everything. It's weird. I don't know. And then the other definitely 90s memory I have was we got hit. So we used to have a trampoline when I was a kid. So this happened in 1999. So I was like 4, and my siblings are older than me, so they were probably on the trampoline. I don't really remember the trampoline because of what I'm about to tell you. There was a tornado that came and hit, like it went through our town, but the only damage that happened to our house was the trampoline flew and wrapped around the telephone pole. And that was 1999. I have a memory of that night after the tornado came through. For whatever reason, I don't remember the why. I just remember being there. I remember it being late at night, and my parents, like, they grabbed me in the car because I'm 4, and we were, like, at the gas station doing something. I don't know, getting gas. I don't know what we were doing, but it was late at night, and there were cop cars everywhere. So you see, to my brain, I don't really remember why we were doing that. But I remember it. And I remember the freaking trampoline being gone. I remember that. I was pissed. Foreign fans coming over and experiencing America has been a treat to see on social media. It is wild, isn't it? I've been seeing some of that stuff. I remember when I was 31, good times. Oh, it's great. Cabo Verde, former Cape Verde. Never heard of either of them. We should have a Bill and Ted watch party. I doubt Darrell has seen it. Can we do that? 1995, Shreveport was a mess and Mom was overly protective. 1995, I was the greatest human on the planet was born, and it was me. Armart! Cheers, buddy. Skip that song. It gets a bit too heavy. Starting with the Barrel 38. Oh, I don't have that one. Dang. That's the new one, right? What up, Dream It All? What's crazy, you know what I did get? This is the next video to come out. I edited this video today. I was drunk for most of 95. As you can tell, I've been going through this one. I'm probably going to drink some, even though I reviewed it already, and that's the next video coming out. But it's my birthday week, so I'm going to drink what Trev wants to drink, and there's nothing you can say about it. Nothing. That's why I'm starting with Maker's Mark. Slam Dunk Edition. $1995, I was living and working in Champaign, Illinois. Oh, you picked the wrong Champaign. You could have been in Champaign, France. Best job with a great boss, Dave, that passed away. You know, that's a good... I hope that I can leave some sort of memory, like... that someone can remember, you know, back in 2023, I used to work with this guy named Trev, and he was a great dude. He died. And I left an impact on him. You know? Wouldn't that be cool? Granted, I ain't trying to die. I'll leave an impact, though. That's a good bottle, Trevor. You try this? I don't want to, like... I'm going to spoil the whole video, but I'm just saying, I don't know if it just hit my palate in the right little spot, you know what I'm saying? Or if that is truly as good as I think it is. But it's good. Don't think I can say I was drunk most of 1995, but I was drunk at least part of it. I'm sure you guys were all drunk at the precise moment that I was born, and that's all that matters. Think about that. No storm. Hope no storm. You guys got more storms up in Indiana, man? Won my barrel blind with Seagrass, Vantage, and a store pick. I would say the only thing that's not fair about that lineup is the Seagrass. Because no matter how blind, you could be quadruple blind and still be like, dude, that's Seagrass. Not that that's a problem, I'm just saying. This not only is... But between those, I would agree, in me reading that not blind, if... I would say this would win against, like... maybe every barrel 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I think it beats all of them. I think this beats... This might be on the top of my... like, one of my favorite things this year. I haven't even poured it yet, and I'm already talking about it. I might be in love with this bottle. Lust, for sure. I am lusting after that. This is one of those things, like, you're like, man, I don't know what to expect, and then you get a little taste, and then you're like, I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Multiple times. This is sin. And I'm about to sin. I'm pouring it next. You convinced me, Dram It All. I'm sorry. I really did not want to pour this bottle, but now I have to because you want me to. And I'm doing this for you. I have to tell you. You're going to love number 38. Didn't they? That's the one. So they changed the bottle, right? Or was that? They changed it. Or the label. Barrel batch 38. Yes. Well, maybe they just changed it because it came out around the 250th. Because it is like American flaggy, right? American flaggy. You know, I said this. Hold on, I'm getting way ahead of myself. I can't. I'm talking about this so much is because I just edited the video. I finished it literally like 5 minutes before we went live, so I'm still like fresh in everything I said about it because I just edited the video. But it is crazy. Yeah, so the barrel batch 38th is the 250th. That's why they changed that. It's cool. Martin, I literally said almost verbatim that exact line in my video. That the people at Barrel that blend this stuff together, I don't know, you taste some blends and I don't think I've tasted something and be like, wow, they blended that bad. But you don't realize that there is a great until you taste something great. You taste someone, you're like, man, they really know how to blend. And then you taste like something like this to me, and I'm like, okay, those guys are like the pros of blending, and everyone else is good. But these guys freaking, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're sprinkling crack down in the bottle. I don't know. Hopefully. No, don't do that. Or do it. Still haven't broke down and bought a Barrel product. Well, this might be the one, Corgi. When you watch, I kind of feel bad because I filmed this. This was the most recent one I filmed. I filmed this last week. I then edited it today. I'm watching it and I'm like, I am glazing this thing. I am freaking hyping. There were parts of the video I cut out because it almost made me sound like I worked for Barrel. You know what I'm saying? Like it was so over the top. Like, bro, it almost sounded fake. Where I was like, at least that's the way I was taking it. I was like, there's someone out there that I guarantee you that they're gonna think that I like work for them. Because it was like, yeah, you gotta go get this. Of course he would say that. You know, like, no. I cut some of that out because I was like, man, that's annoying. This is dumb. Bledsoe, Jerry, Pops, and Pours. Hey, y'all, I'm here for a good time. Anyone who says y'all is welcome here. What's up, Bledsoe, Jerry? What you got in the glass, man? We're having a good time. Also picked up a bottle of Frank August, case study number 7, and a Hemingway cigar. What's the, Dramadol, give me the... I don't see Frank August, we don't get it here. I've only seen, I'm not trying to say this in a negative way, because Barrel sends me stuff. They send me bottles, and we're like, hey, you want to review this? Review it. But the only reviews I've seen and I wouldn't even say I don't watch reviews. I've seen people post pictures of Frank August, and it's always like a review or something. So what's the lowdown? Is that stuff good? I don't know. You know, that's something, Martin. What is the strategy behind a cigar blend? Is it theoretically supposed to pair well with a cigar, or is there a different goal? So the label, you know, I did not mention this in the video because I don't have all of the memory. But this is what I remember, and then we'll get into what I think. The original labeling, as in like the first bottle that had the word like cigar blend on it, I'm fairly certain was a Nancy Fraley thing. Nancy Fraley came up with cigar blend, and that's just what she called her blend. Okay? There's no legal... It's kind of like there's like all the words on the bottle, half of the words have no legal or any sort of ramification. It's just words at the end of the day. Small batch. How small? It doesn't freaking matter. It's small. It's smaller than our large batch, so it's a small batch. Okay, there's no legal... If you say small batch, it's got to be 30. You know, there's nothing. There's no rules. Okay? I don't think there was a rule behind cigar blend. I think that's what Nancy Fraley called it. Okay? Now, there's been a thing that I've noticed. Again, this is bits and pieces. Someone's going to be in this chat and be like, Trev, you don't know crap, and correct a lot of me. I know bits and pieces of it. A lot of your cigar blend stuff always has like cognac or Armagnac. That's what I always thought. Like, you would see cigar blend, and then it would be like, oh, it's a bourbon finished, and this, and this. And that's what cigar blend is. No, because this one has Hungarian oak. Other bottles that have cigar blend didn't have Hungarian oak. That doesn't make it a cigar blend. And that brings me to the point of what I think. A cigar blend, I think, in theory, is what they're probably trying to do is this bottle will pair and hold up to a cigar. And I think these certain finishes with the bourbon holds up and pairs well with a cigar. All thanks to the genius of Nancy Fraley for being the first one to do it. Because if you're the first one to do it, you get the freaking credit. So there you go. That's it. There is no meaning. Like, here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Technically, you can put the word cigar blend on anything. And it doesn't mean anything at all. No legal legislator will come at you and say, well, you didn't blend with Armagnac. Because that's not the rule. There's no rules for what a cigar blend is. I think it's like let me put it this way, Martin. It's kind of like the universal thing. Have you noticed that so many, if you're a bourbon company, and I'm using this as an example because listen, if there's a bourbon company that comes out with a rye, what color do they typically use for the wax, the label, the accents? It's green. If it's rye, it's green. Elijah Craig comes out with a rye, the letters are green. You see what I'm saying? But there's no rule that says you got to do that. It's just kind of like there's a lot of people who follow that trend. It's like marketing. People gonna look at the green and know that it's rye or think that it's rye. And if it is rye, we want them to think that it's a rye. So, Willet Green Top is rye. It's a big old green thing on it. So I'm thinking the cigar blend is like a marketing, one. It's because it probably, I would say, this would pair perfectly with a cigar. The flavors definitely would hold up. They're dense enough, heavy enough, dark enough, that I think not only would it pair with a cigar, I think it would, they would benefit each other. So, but I don't smoke cigars. That doesn't mean that you wouldn't like this bourbon. This bourbon is amazing. It's like, it's one of my favorites. So it's like, you got to look at it that way too. It's not just for cigars. I think it's just, I don't know, marketing. There you go. Long-winded answer. But I love it. We talking, we learning. I will let you know the score on the Frank August. Have not popped the cart. So you haven't tried any of the other ones. I will say I love the bottle. Very, very just kind of like straightforward, but like elegant. I'll have to get on the Frank August media train. I'll review a bottle. They send it to me. I'll let you know how it is. Better be good, though. Happy birthday to me. We're finally going to drink this because we've been talking about it, and I don't freaking care. Barrel bourbon. When you watch the review of this bottle that releases next week, go ahead and watch it. And you can mention that you were here tonight. Say, Trev, I watched you drink this already. And you suck. But this bourbon's good. And I still love you, because that will hurt my feelings. What up, Jake? Buffalo bourbon enthusiast. There you go. I got you a Buffalo. What is Case Study 7? I have the regular offering, a single barrel and a Case Study 5 weighted. See, I don't... Okay, Will T, give me some info. What do you think of Frank August? I've never tried any of their stuff. I haven't seen any of their stuff. Tony says, actually it would be pretty funny to see a large batch on a label. Be like a large batch. Yes, we blended a crap ton of stuff. That would be like, come on, we need some young people. That's like a young person saying something. That's, that's like a millennial coming in there. Like, let's say something dumb on the label. That'll grab someone's attention. It'll be like, you've heard of small batches, right? Well, we put every barrel we own into this. Thousands of them into just blending it all. I'm seeing the price labels on the shelves for barrel cigar, but no bottles. Joe, the sample guy, I'm kind of worried. And maybe, I can't say this for a fact, maybe they just sold out. I kind of have a feeling, at least this is already happening before my video, so no one can technically blame me. But I did say in my video, if you see this on your shelf for $85, buy it. I hate to break it to you, but Dalmore had a cigar malt scotch back in 1999. Well, we need to talk to Nancy Fraley. Here's the thing. I don't think she coined it. Nancy may have been the first to make a cigar blend for bourbon. Probably. I don't think she was trying to, I think this is how it worked. I think she blended stuff together, was like, hey, this seems like it would go well with cigar, and then called it cigar blend. I don't think she was trying to, necessarily be like, I'm going to create this whole other thing. I think she's like, yeah, This tastes like it would go well with a cigar. Cigar blend. Well, I think people mimicked the bourbon that she created, though, because they were like, oh, wow, that was really good. We could do our own and create it for cigars. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was like a revolutionary thing, but looking back on it, it's kind of like you can see where how the piece is laid. That's what I'm trying to say. So it wasn't like, hey, I'm the first to do it. I don't think she thought about being the first to do it. I think she was just like, she just coined the term, or at least for the bourbon. It was like, yeah, this would go perfect with a cigar. Cigar blend. I promise you, she has told the story. I'm fairly certain, I don't know if I was a guest, I've had this discussion with Nancy Fraley. She's told the story. It's probably completely different than how I told it. She has told the story, I promise. It's out there. Yeah, Steve, I would agree. It's probably her way of doing it to the bourbon. In Will D, I'm fairly certain this whole story I'm telling you about her creating this bourbon is the Joseph Magnus cigar blend. And then look, Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiast. She intentionally created it to pair with a cigar, mimicking the composition of a cigar. Her explanation is quite intricate. And her explanation being intricate is probably why I can't remember all the details, but I just know that's it. I say it in my video, and it's kind of dumb, and I taste it right now. I don't want to, I even said this, and I'll say it now. I don't want to say that it tastes like a cigar, okay? But in a way it does. Like, have you ever smelled, let's just say, have you ever smelled, I don't know, something, I guess just, we'll take a bourbon, for example, because I can't think of anything else right now. But have you ever smelled a bourbon, and you're like, dude, that would smell so good as a candle, as something that it's not, you know what I'm saying? I would say, I would smell this and be like, I bet you could make these flavors into a cigar and they would love that. That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's so freaking good. We're gonna have to get another cigar blend. We're gonna have to get Joseph Magnus and freaking whatever else. I don't know. And have a battle of cigar blends, because I love this bottle. Joe the Sample Guy. Nancy also mentioned that early cigar blends were mainly cognac. Or in cognac? Or like in cognac barrels? Cognac finished bourbon is one of my favorites. I freaking love, like, cognac. It's weird, and I can't really explain it. The cognac gives it this, like, I call it burnt. But I guess you could say ashy. But ashy makes it sound gross, so I don't want to use that tasting note. But it does give you that, like, smoldering, burnt cigar. In a good way. Like, in a really good way. I understand that saying in a good way doesn't, I mean, it's like, that's like saying no offense to someone after saying something very offensive to someone. You know? It's like, well, I mean, that was still offensive. just because you said no offense. It's like you give like the grossest tasting note and then say in a good way. It reminds me of all you Scotch drinkers like Steve. It's like, yeah, this smells like rotting forest, dead mushrooms, and carcass, but in the best way possible. Did you crack the Redwood Empire Toasted? Jake, I've almost finished that bottle. It's good. I will say, I don't want to compare. It ain't nowhere near as good as this. To me, that Redwood Empire Toasted is much more subtle. Like, I think it's much more tame in the toasting, and then it's finished in like 3 different things, so it's, if you look at it in terms of like, it reminds me of something I want to go drink by a campfire, kind of like Woodford Double Oaked or Old Forester 1910, but those are very extreme and kind of like, I gotta be in the mood for them. Whereas to me, the Redwood Empire Toasted is like, it's toned back a little bit. It's your typical Redwood Empire, but with like a hint of that stuff, like a hint of the marshmallow, a hint of the burnt. That's at least how I took it. Time for some Michter's American. No cognac bottles labeled as cigar blend, but in French. Oh. I see what you're saying. Cigar blend. Probably. Scotch, Scotch, Scotch. I love Scotch. Here it goes down in my belly. Anchorman. Here are some bottles for Cigar Blend Showdown. Barrel, Cigar Blend. Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. Larrikin Cigar Blend. Copper and Cask, and you could probably throw in a Tanager. I know I can get the Joseph Magnus. Maybe that Copper and Cask, but the Larrikin, aren't they newer? Larrikin. Yeah, they are. I remember them. They're not too old. Larrikin Cigar Lounge. Finished in cognac, Ambarana, Jaca, Madeira, and maple barrels. Wow. That's interesting. Ambarana. Ambarana's probably in there to sweeten it up a little bit. I don't know what the heck Jaca is. The freak is that? Tanagers will be hard as hell to find. I don't even know what that is. That's why I kind of just looked over that one. Tanager Cigar Blend. Still Austin. Oh, crap. That was still Nancy Fraley, huh? She was there when they did this. So that would be perfect, though. To compare that to, like, the Joseph Magnus. Huh. So you guys know more than I do. Let me see let's see what it's finished in. Are you old enough for an old fashioned? Yes. Win a distillery tour. I ain't gonna win. I don't win crap. Red, white, and blue corn distilled from Texas grown grains. Wow. Okay, get this. So it's not finished in any of that stuff, but look at this. Aged it to at least 50 proof for at least 1 year before adding it to... Hold on. Combined our finest 6-year-old high rye bourbon with pure Texas water and aged it to at least 50 proof for at least 1 year before adding it to the base whiskey for final proofing. This ancient blending technique known as petit hoa, small waters, I knew that, has been used for centuries in cognac and Armagnac, which is always the biggest thing they use in all the other cigar blends. Huh. Yeah, you can't get this anymore. What a beautiful box. ASW also makes a cigar batch. Yeah, Amburana. I don't know. Like a pure Amburana isn't... It's too much. It's like you can have one pour of that. It's very situational. There's no way you can keep drinking that stuff. Like one pour and I'm done. I'm like, yeah, I don't dislike it. Like I like that. I'm moving on. I'm also not a super sweets person. I don't want to eat freaking cinnamon roll icing. I want one small cinnamon roll and then I'm done for a month. But that's the thing though, adding it into a blend, I don't know. It might add some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wonder if Scotland has a whiskey tuber called Scotch wrench? Zero chance. They don't use wrenches over there. It's not a thing. Yeah, the tanagers are not finished. That's what I'm seeing, but it would be interesting to, that is their cigar blend. It would make you then, it would be very interesting to see if some of those notes that still are like, they're looking for, like the robusteness, hold up against some cigar. I also love the combination of red, white, and blue corn. That was definitely a choice. It's thick. Yeah, that's nice. I just love this. I just love this stuff. I'm sorry. YouTube took away all my wrenches and replaced them with a stack of shields. Yeah, it's horse crap. I like to experiment with finishing at home. I have 2 spirals of Amburana. I literally took a handsaw. Hold on. To a half-inch piece into a bottle of 1792. 12 hours on that little piece was too much. That's wild. What up, Teddy? Happy 4th. Amburana is strong stuff. And that's the thing, is like a lot of the bottles that have, there was this wave of Amburana. Everyone was doing Amburana for some reason. All at the same time. It's weird. Some of them were liquid icing. Wild. Others, a little bit better. I hadn't even noticed the shields. That's freaking lame. Hey, good thing Think about it this way. If I were to start my channel today, I would be, instead of the Bourbon Wrench, I'd be the Bourbon Shield. Which honestly sounds way cooler. The Bourbon Shield. Like, I'm a freaking character in Elden Ring, dude. I'm with Aragorn and Legolas going to Helm's Deep. Hey, have you contacted the Bourbon Shield? We might need his help. You know? I'm just saying, we might change the channel. We might just do a complete rebrand. Bourbon Sword and Shield. Oh. I don't know. I think we're on to something, guys. This is what's up next. Birthday pour. Someone pointed out before that it's a wrench on TV, but a shield on your phone. Well, on my PC, it's a shield. So they probably just didn't change it. It will be one of those things, it'll be that way for like a year, and then eventually just out of nowhere for no reason, on TV, it will be a shield. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, Miracle, we were talking about you. I'm watching the game right here. You can't do both? Good thing there's still wrenches next to my name. Tony, 16 months. I think... No. I got a notification that, like... I think you're fine, Tony. There's like a price change happening on YouTube for membership. But I think it's like other currencies. Like freaking... Like Canadians. I think it's like $1 more. So like the Canadians got to pay $1 more than Americans pay. For the same thing is what I'm saying. Something like that. It's weird. I don't know. I just clicked, I looked at it and was like, it asked me if I wanted to change anything. I was like, no, keep it the same. So surely it's the same. James Lay, that's cute amount, Tony. 31 months, I can't even count that high. You know, James, there's people way more months than you. So, I think Tony needs to do 16 push-ups and James needs to do 31. Change your name to Nick Fury and wear an eye patch. You know? I haven't thought about that. You know, if I did that, I could probably get into quite a lot of movies. Jake with the 46 months. Oh, I know, but I like comparing to Tony. Suck it, Tony. It's okay, Tony. It's fine. It's fine. But you know, I love it because there's literally nothing you can do. It's just like, well, the only way I can beat you is just to, I could just do this forever until you don't. You know, like Jake, it's like, this is it. Like, you can't catch me. SWFLDB. It's got to be DB. But you changed to SWFLDB, didn't you? All right, what's going on in this soccer game? Hold on, let me look. Let me see the score. I have no idea anything about soccer. What's going on? They're all just standing there. Oh, okay, they're doing something now. Kickoff. They call that a kickoff? Where's the score? There it is. Argentina 1-0. I've been a member for 45 months and still don't have a wrench. What are you talking about? The membership is on YouTube. These guys are just crazy. Mets and Braves about to start. Actually, Teddy, what it is I have been withholding your wrench on purpose. I love you, man. DB, I love you. Dang, what's up? Get some in your glass. I poured a little bit of this. I didn't get to drink nothing good on my birthday, so tonight's the good stuff. We busting out the good stuff. It's getting danger low, man. Danger low. I don't know. That's enough for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So not danger. The end of the year, it'll be gone. So yeah, it's danger low. This is the end of its life. It's soccer. Of course they're just standing there. I have no idea what I'm even looking at. It's hard for me to focus because they'll be like making progress and then all of a sudden kick the ball all the way back to their own goal. And I'm like, the freak are we doing? I'm doing a fresh crack of the new Maker's Black. What? Ah, okay. I thought this was like a new, like this is like a limited thing, like just one of them special things. I literally thought there was just something new that snuck under here. Like I can't go and get this. It does look nice. What is that? Come on, Jesus. It's fun. You can't... Class 6 release and a few select retailers. Yeah. Anything coming here. Yeah, I mean, is it the same stuff, just with a different... I feel like Maker's Mark does this right here, and it's literally just the same exact thing, but with, like... It's like you're almost getting it for, like, collector piece, right? Is it different? Ooh! Ooh, the stag. Supposedly a little older, but that's about it. Well, at least they do something a little different. I would hope they would do something different. You ain't telling me you making this for, like, military members and law enforcement and first responders. This exclusive, here, it's right here. This exclusive expression features the brand's boldest liquid, presented straight out of the barrel. As a special thank you and show of support to U.S. veterans, this release comes adorned with a custom neck tag from Maker's Mark and Project One Vet at a time, bottled at a robust 110.5 proof. This Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey offers beautifully amplified notes of the brand's signature profile without cutting corners on the bourbon. So is it? Huh. Well, shoot. They need to sell me one. What are they doing? Shipping only. Can I buy this? You think they would ship it here? Continue without protection. We don't use protection. I'm gonna see if they ship here. Ooh. Rough. $25 shipping. Wonder if they got a free shipping code. I think they might ship to me. I could get one of these. Have you guys heard of this place, Remedy Liquor? Looks legit to me. Bell Mead cask back in Texas, 116 proof blend of MGP and what tastes like Barton. It says Tejas Diablo. What up, Tejas? So you say Bell Mead cask back in Texas, 116 proof. Is that what you say you're drinking right now? Bell Mead, 116 proof. Yeah, explain more, Tejas. That was the Memorial Day release. I could go to Total Wine. Well, let us know how it is. It's the Made for the Braves bottle. No, Made for the Brave, not the Braves. Made for the Brave. You know, Makers does that a lot. They'll go and do something and, like, you know, it'll be Made for the Braves. And then they'll go and dip it in, like, blue wax, you know. I think it's cool they do that. As long as they don't inflate it, which is good. Keep it the same freaking price and do something a little different. It reminds me of like the Evan Williams, man, like the 250th. That's awesome. Do something different. I think they did some triple dipped red, white, and blue for the 250th. I did see that. So we went when we were on vacation. We went down to Florida for our vacation. And when I went into the liquor store, they had a surprising amount of bourbon in there. Most of it literally everything was overpriced by like $5 minimum. Then other things were overpriced by like $15. But they had that triple dipped red, white, and blue Maker's Mark in there. You know, like the sucker in me is like, kind of want to get it. Kind of want to get it. This place has some pretty crazy stuff. Holy freaking crap. What are we... Look at this website I'm looking at. $129,000? Macallan Scotch Single Malt Tales of Macallan Volume Lee. Let's just get to the good stuff. What is this? Distilled in 1949 and bottled in 2022. You can pre-order this right now. All right, everyone. So we're going to go ahead and open up a thing. If you want to go ahead and send me some mega chats, I think we can get up to $129,999 and I'll order it. I think we can. I mean, that's not that much money. Look, it comes in this. It comes in this. This is fine. Brother. I'm just saying, I don't know much. I know Scotch doesn't behave the same way as bourbon does, but I still feel like there's a point that you're paying for the rarity and not what it tastes like, and this is one of them. There's no way this tastes good. There's no way. 1949. You know, here, let me put this. Why is this? Let me ask you this. Why was it bottled in 2022 and it's just now being released 4 years later? Or maybe that's just, maybe that's when this store's getting it. I don't know, but it says pre-order. You can pre-order it. Island Park Scotch Single Malt, 54 years old, $44,000. And it comes in a butthole. It comes in a butthole. I've said some things on this channel, but never that. Dual purpose. This is wild. Stephen Conicelli! Buonasera. Or something. Stephen, what you got in your glass? I think you stumbled into the $1 billion section. The billionaire section. What? Like, this is nuts, man. What is this? Pre-sale. Look at this stuff. I've seen this, I think. No. It just looks like something I know. 48 years old. Irish whiskey, $82,000. This is crazy. I didn't realize there's just like this many things that exist that are just stupid. You know it's some like super fat rich guy who just has $1 billion and he buys it to put it on the shelf. He doesn't even know what it is. That's nuts, man. I've never seen anything like that. $80,000. Buying old scotch is better for Brora and Port Ellen. 30-ish year old and not super stupid money. Wait, you don't want the 87-year-old scotch? What up, toasted goat? What you got drinking? I think Corona Cigar had that one. What? I think Corona Cigar had that one their bar when I was in Sarasota in March. Do push-ups, James. Want some 47-year-old D's? You know? Now that I think about it, yeah. I'll take that. How much? Just made a rocket pop drink. What's the recipe? Give us the recipe. Rocket pop drink. Let me think. There's got to be, obviously, vodka. Definitely grenadine in there. I'm trying to think, like, did you make it that color? Like, did you float? Like, did you put, like, blue curacao, vodka, and grenadine? Or did you make it try and taste like it? Rocket pop drink. Come to Sarasota to hang, nerd. Free from the barrel tap. Shut up, Ben. But I'll take it. Yes, okay. What up, DMC? Prescription bourbon. Cheers, Trev and all. Happy 4th. We started way early, so you got to catch up. But what are y'all doing? Everyone who's showing up now, what's your plans for the 4th? What do you got in your glass? What you doing tomorrow? Let us know. Grenadine, lemonade, vodka, blookers. So I basically nailed it. Did you make it like, is there a certain, do you make it to where it looks like red, white, and blue? Like, which one of those stays at the bottom? Or if, unless you just mix it all. Like, will blue curacao, like, stay at the bottom of a glass? Watching the wife make ceviche. Isn't that like cut up? It's like a little, that's like raw fish salad, right? Red's the bottom, so grenadine will go to the bottom. It might be, dude, for one, that the drink sounds delicious. I can make that. I got all those ingredients. I might make one tomorrow, Toasted Goat, just because that sounds freaking good. That's like firework watching drink. That sounds really good. What fish is your wife using? I've only had ceviche once. And I didn't even know what I ordered until I ate it. Water and glass, day 33 of a dry 90. Are you doing 90 days in a row? Or are you just doing 90 days total? Smoked brisket tomorrow sounds freaking good. Adam Hudson. St. Louis style ribs. Picked up some Kinder's barbecue sauce at Costco. I do love me some Kinder's. Dang, Teos, 90 in a row. Heck yeah. I'll be honest, dude. If I was trying to do 90 days in a row, I for sure wouldn't be here. Found my new drink. Chinola. Passion fruit liqueur and Buffalo Trace. Really? That sounds fun. Chip! What up, Chip? Ceviche with red snapper, flounder, halibut, all great. I've never been that big into ceviche. Granted, I've ordered it once and I liked it, so we were at an all-inclusive resort. Of course, they're gonna have like some ceviche. It probably wasn't the best quality. It was fine. There's just no way I would prefer that over like I love sashimi. So just give me like a raw slice of freaking bluefin tuna. Raw slice of salmon. Just and then give it to me. The whole fish. Not the whole fish. That's too much. Give me a fillet and we'll eat it. I feel like to me, at least, my minimal experience of ceviche at the resort, it was too watery. It was so liquidy. And I'm like, I'm not feeling this. It's not impressing me. I didn't dislike it. It just wasn't impressing me, you know? Lime. We got 30 minutes. I'm trying to think. We got to do I got to do another birthday for him. AKA, like, kill something that we wouldn't drink. Kroger has ceviche in the seafood display. I don't know. Do we trust, like, Kroger ceviche? Like, I don't know. Lost power here. Dang Hooper! Figured I'd hang on YouTube until my phone dies. Well, you're here now, brother. Where are you at and why'd you lose power? You got storms? Supposedly there's some bad storms going through. Expensive or rare bourbon tonight? Steven, that's what dude. Last weekend was my birthday. I didn't get to drink any of this. So I'm like, where's the rare stuff? I already know what it is. We drank George T. Stagg. We might as well. Mmm. It's so good. It's exactly what I wanted. It is not what I wanted. Didn't you kill that last stream? I could be wrong. Corgi, I don't remember. Possibly. That would make sense. Who is Dang Hooper? He got the wrenches, but you changed your name and now it's confused me. I think a branch hit a transformer or something. Got my Blanton's topper mounted on the barrel stave yesterday. I wasn't impressed. So you collected all 10 of them and sent them in? I'm hacking your computer to play the Malort song. No, I bypassed it, brother. No, Martin, that wasn't E.H. Taylor Rye. That was E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. I wish we could clip these moments. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll go back and clip this. I'll start posting short videos of me just being an idiot. And or that. Unbelievable. Chip says the key to ceviche is absolutely fresh. Then chop small and marinate in high acid liquid like lemon or lime juice. The acid cooks the fish. Chip, where are you at? Dang Hooper says it's me. You didn't get no green wrenches being Dang Hooper. Unless somehow you did. I feel like you changed. Dang Hooper's me. You got green wrenches, brother. South Carolina, Charleston. Ah. That makes sense, where it's like, what do you mean it's me? It's just, I went from Hooper to Dang Hooper. I am him, and he is me, and we are together. He bought the wrenches on secondary market. Dang Hooper's like, yeah, I freaking stood in line at the liquor store, got these wrenches, dude. I don't know who you are. I've never watched this channel. Some guy sold them to me. We are all Dang Hooper. It's not who is Dang Hooper, it's who isn't Dang Hooper. What were you not... Let me ask this, Steven. What... You said you weren't impressed with the topper-mounted barrel stave. Which, for one, I couldn't imagine it being anything more than just the same thing they sell in the goddamn gift shop. Like, it ain't gonna be special because, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of... This ain't no secret thing. I'm surprised they still do it, to be honest with you. I would be like, brother, you can collect your own toppers and then buy the barrel stave off of our website for like $20. You know what I'm saying? Steve, it's exactly what they sell in the gift shop, as far as I know. Do you have to pay for it, though? Like, if you collect all 10 and you send it, they just send it back for you for free, right? So you're basically getting... I'm going to run this by you. Where did it go? I just want to show y'all something. And this is something I did. This is something I did for my Patreons. Okay? And I want you to tell me if this is at least, like... Buffalo Trace better be better than this, is what I'm trying to say. It fits perfectly Glencairn's. But my Kinsey glasses will fit in there. I'm just saying, like, come on. I can do that. And I got my logo on there. I got 2 logos on there. That's an old school logo right there. That's how long it's been since I've done these. I might need to do these again. Doesn't smell like anything. Sick, right? Like, is that not sick? You guys like that? Steven's over here like, God dang it, I thought it was gonna be freaking awesome. Don't show me anything. I like the idea that they will do that for you for free, though. If you collect them all. I think it's cool that they do that, but... You gotta... You know, you also have to realize that Buffalo Trace is the biggest... And I'm not calling you this, Steven. But it's the biggest tater chasing company on the planet. The amount of people who probably send in 10 toppers to them is probably more than I would even imagine. You know, I'm thinking, like, how often are people sending that in? But it's probably a lot. It's probably a lot more than we think. So it to me, it's more of a miracle that they even freaking still do it. I would just stop it. Like, yeah, y'all can freaking get your own stave. You know, come to the gift shop and buy it. We ain't sending you one. So, but it's probably sloppy because they are probably having to do this like 1,000 times a day. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But again, it's free. To an extent, you had to buy all you had to buy all freaking letters. Yeah. I don't know. It was probably a good idea back in like 2001. Now you got these freaking weirdos who will buy, they'll get all Blanton's letters in a day. Because I don't know, that's just what they do. They're freaking weird. I just bought 1,800 Blantons. Beam and Jack spend more in marketing, but Sasarak's marketing spend has more impact. It's true. I got the full Weller Rainbow, and they threw in the wrenches. That's the deal I had with them. You know what's crazy, Dang Hooper, is when you got the full rainbow, they sent me $1,000. That's how it works. They give you the wrenches, they give me $1,000. The only one I'm missing is the single barrel. They told me it would come in 9 months. It came in 3 or 4. I mean, that's... See, and that just tells me, they tell you 9 months, they always tell you to oversell someone. Tell them 9 months, and then they'll be impressed when it shows up in 4 months. I will say, the fact, and I'm not saying this to talk crap, I'm just saying this probably shows you how busy they are. They told you 9 months, but it still took 4 months. That's a lot of... It's a lot of barrel staves and freaking Blanton's toppers they're sending out. It's a lot. That's crazy. I will say, at the end of the day, I think them doing that is so cool. As much, I love to talk crap about Buffalo Trace, but I think at least them giving back, even if it takes 9 months, 4 months, they send you like they send you an item. It's a cool collector's piece for sure. Because you could easily, like, you could do that yourself. Like, you could have just kept the things and then just went and bought the stave yourself. And it would have been, 3 days versus 4 months. But Buffalo Trace will do it. They'll send it to you for free. So... The Weller Rainbow is all of the Wellers, because it to me, I wouldn't call it a rainbow. I would call it a croquet set. Steven, if you know what croquet is. My family's big in croquet. But it's, all the Wellers are, green, white, blue, black, red, orange. Whatever. All the colors. Yeah, that's about it. I literally just named the color of the balls in croquet. And I think I nailed all of the... Does Weller have a yellow label? If they don't, I would say that's the only color left for a full croquet set, would be the yellow. They have every other color. I don't know. Because Single Barrel's orange. They don't have a yellow, do they? What the freak would yellow be? Who wants a yellow Weller? This is the piss Weller? We pissed in this bottle. The single barrel Weller is good. Wish it was easier to get. Joe, I don't trust you. Next Saz needs to be barrel-proof Buffalo Trace. In a way, it's kind of like Stag. Should they be more proud or ashamed they bought 8 overpriced bottles? Now, here's the thing. I've gotten several bottles of Blanton's for the exact price they should be. But here's my problem. Is I only buy a Blanton's, which I say that. I haven't bought a Blanton's in like 2 years, 3 years. I only buy them when the price is good. And every time, like I've owned like 12 Blantons. I think I only have 3 or 4 letters. I get repeat letters. And I'll be like, well, I need this letter. Let me look. Well, they don't got it. Whatever. I think it's cool, Steven. I think it's cool that they do that. You know, at the end of the day, let me say this too, because I am such a hater on freaking Buffalo freaking Trace. I love to hate on them. I was gonna pour. I got one more pour in me, and I'm gonna pour something I want, not this. No, I'll just do some more Maker's Mark. I don't care. Last pour of the night, then we gotta end. We gotta end early tonight. I gotta go. I gotta wake up and run, people. I gotta run. What was I saying? Someone distracted me. Oh, it was about the Buffalo Trace thing. As much as I hate, how much I love to hate on Buffalo Trace, I'm telling you though, at the end of the day, who else does that? Like, it's fun. It's fun and engaging to get people to be like, hey, here's what I'm trying to say. I'm more surprised that there's not more of that. Like, how are you, if you collect every letter and then send in the toppers, we send you the stave and all that? Yes, it gets over congested because a lot of people can get all of the toppers and they're sending them in. And then, you know, even Steven said it wasn't good quality, but it's fun. It's like it gives you something to do. Like, it gets you out to try, like, let me go and try and find another one. It just makes it fun, man. Like, come on. You want to feel like a kid again. You go out there and be like, man, it's like Pokemon, you know? We got to get all the Blantons. But you're getting something in return afterwards. And especially, I will say this, only if you like Blantons, then this is freaking awesome because I'm already buying them all. So I might as well get something free to put on the bar. Like, I love like the whole display thing. Throw it in your bar, dude. It looks sick. It's fun. It's crazy that like more people don't do stuff like that in some capacity. Maybe not spelling out an entire freaking name. Maybe just collecting 3 of them, you know? But we don't need BLAN10. Like, come on, brother. I ain't buying 8 bottles of goddamn Blantons for your freaking stave. Can we just do 3? My running days are over for a while. Fractured tibia. Tibia? Jake, what did you do? Do you have your x-ray? Text me your x-ray. I'll show it on the stream. How'd you fracture your tibia? So for those who don't know, I take x-rays for a living. And fracturing your tibia is not easy to do. You don't just like, I don't know, Jake's probably gonna have some dumb story. He's gonna he's like going to piss, he's drunk. No, you don't. Fracturing your tibia is pretty hard. You had to have done something. Got a topper at the casino, one from fancy restaurant, a gift, $50 bottles from a hole-in-the-wall liquor store. Hell yeah. Nick Foles! Sipping on that Evan Williams 250th. Low-key, it's a banger for 40th. It is! What up, Travis? Got my hands on one of those Willet Purple top 4 years, solid but still overpriced. How much you pay for it? Dude, I thought for 60, I really liked it. If you think 60 is overpriced, I would say 40 to 50 bucks is fair. I thought it was really good. But at my 70, okay. At my store, it was $59.99. Which, like, okay, $10. Overpriced? Here's the thing, Teddy, and I think everyone agrees with this. I think most bottles are goddamn overpriced. I think every bottle we have, I think every bottle we drink it's like $10. Their real price is $10 cheaper minimum. I would say that Willet the 4 year should be 45 bucks. And I paid 60. I would pay 45 for that all day long. I would pay in a perfect world, 40 bucks. That would be yeah, love it. This is how it goes. The run tomorrow is just a 5K. But multiple factors. So 3 miles. There's going to be 1,800 people there. It's like the biggest race we got. It's crazy. 2, the biggest factor, we are in this heat bubble. I think at the start of the race, I think the temperature is 80 degrees with like 90% humidity. So people are just going to die. It's just going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I'm not racing. I refuse. In this heat, nope. I'm going to run it like a normal run. I'm just going to go have fun. Be out there with all the people and just have a good time. Those people who are running like as fast as possible, they might die. Like, I'm not even joking. There's no way that they're going to break. They're not going to run as fast as last year. I promise you. This heat bubble thing that we got going on is going to mess this whole race up. It starts at 7:30, but it's like it's already like 80 something degrees at 7:30 here. It's crazy. Heat index 107 in Houston today. That's what it we're in triple digits here. Let me see if there's a if I can see what like the temperatures are going to be tomorrow. The temperature just looks crazy. So at the start, oh my god. Okay. The start of the race, the feels like temperature because of the humidity, 87 degrees at 7:30. I mean, people will fall out. That is wild. That's insane. 87 degrees at 7:30. Well, there we go. What up, Marty? Suck a butt. For barrel proof, I think 50 is fair. You definitely get a touch of youth grain in there. That's a fair thing. I would agree. I'm with you. 50. In a perfect world, though, Teddy, I would say 45 because it's to me is like that's the bet. Like you're making profit, but you're still giving out something good. I think 45 is fair for that bottle. 50, I'm okay with it. Obviously, I'm okay with it because I like it at 60. But I don't think it's a $60 bottle. I think it's more of like a 45. I'm right there with you. What up, Josh? We're ending the stream just in time. 112 in Rhode Island. That's wild. See, that's what we deal with down here. It's crazy how far this heat bubble goes all the way up. And that's why I keep saying, like, you guys aren't used to this. We're used to this, but it's like impacting everyone. Rhode Island at 112, you guys aren't used to that. What's the humidity? Maybe that's a difference. I went on a run this morning. I did 6 miles this morning. 8 a.m., 90% humidity, 90 degrees. 90% humidity at 8 a.m. I'm telling you, if you don't know what humidity is, if you tell me your humidity is 40, then you don't know nothing at all. Humidity can make 90 degrees feel like Satan's butthole. 80 degrees. Terrible. You can't even breathe. You walk outside, it's like you're breathing it, it's like you're drowning. Like you breathe in and you can tell it's humid. It's like you can feel the air that you're walking through. It was a high of 88 with 74% humidity. Yeah, 74 sounds nice. Anything under 50 is great. The closer to 50, the better. The closer to 100 is you die. Yeah, my run this morning was 90% humidity. What do you do? That's what makes Arizona tolerable. It's hot, but it's usually dry. You don't have the humidity. So it's a different kind of heat. I'm not saying it's... The heat still sucks, but dry heat is definitely different than, like... Whatever's going on right now is a big deal because it's hot as piss and humid as piss. So people are, like, dying. Like, people think that it's only 90 degrees outside. I'm going to go outside and do what I normally do. And then they're dead. They overheat and have a heat stroke. Peter White, 92 in Hamilton today. Heat index was 116, 90% humidity. See? That's how you die. You got people who don't understand and say, oh, 92, I work out in 92 all the time. They go out in their garden, dead. It's 116 and you just baked alive. Same state, different situation, El Paso and Houston. I don't know if I didn't really look at the feels like. Let me see what it's like right now. Feels like 94. It's 7 o'clock. It feels like 94. Humidity is only 64 right now. I was gonna say it kind of felt better as the day went on. It's kind of worse in the morning. What up, Odyssey? It's my birthday tomorrow. Y'all better hit the shenanigans hard. We already did. Well, we're ending the stream right now. Because I gotta wake up and run. Friggin'. You gotta go to sleep to party for your... Hold on. Hold on. Oh, you're done. Don't tell me about humidity. I work a half a mile from the Mississippi. Rick, brother. I'm right there. Well, Odyssey, happy birthday. Odyssey, I know you still not drinking. Grab you a athletic brew or whatever you got right next to you. Because last week was my birthday and tomorrow's your birthday. So we're going to raise a little toast. Odyssey, happy birthday. Freaking love you, bro. Odyssey. The whole world celebrates your freaking birthday. They shoot fireworks. I share a birthday with Helen Keller. In Tucson right now, it's 101, but only 5% humidity. I'm telling you, Martin, I promise you, 101, I mean, if, I don't know, because I don't live there. But I have a strong feeling that if I showed up at your house right now, I could go run 6 miles. It's not the temperature, it's the humidity that gets you. I promise. It is. I would probably show up in Tucson and be like, dang, it's pretty warm out here. But I can breathe. And then I would go and run. Here, it'll be 101. Give it a couple weeks. It'll be 101 here with 90% humidity. You literally step outside and start sweating instantly. And then you can't breathe at all. Like, you can feel the moisture in the air. It's like it's like you're underwater in a way. I mean, you're not like like fighting for your life, but you're like, okay, it's freaking human, man. Like, this is crazy. You could almost feel it. There's a saying you guys know, all you guys in the South know, we have that stupid saying like, man, you can cut the air with a knife. That's it. You can feel like you can just walk in it. Well, I know 100, it doesn't matter if there's humid or not, 100 is still hot, but I promise you, dude, I've been running in this weather. I guarantee you I could show up at freaking in Arizona and run and feel like I could do the whole run, no problem. I think the humidity acclimates you more than the heat. I don't think it's the heat that you need to be acclimated to. I think it's the humidity. It's probably both. But the heat, much less. The humidity is no joke. It is insane. Cameron Drums and Drams' daughter was born on Father's Day, so who gets a present? The daughter. It will never be Cam. Ever. I'm sure he's on the struggle bus hard right now. He's probably more tired than he's ever been. Arkansas has a lot of poisonous snakes. We don't have a lot. We don't have many different kinds, but we have a lot of the same kind. We are infested with cottonmouths and copperheads. Supposedly, we get rattlesnakes here. Never once have ever seen a rattlesnake. I would say, I've seen hundreds of cottonmouths. I've seen dozens of copperheads. I've seen 0 rattlesnakes. I'm not worried about poisonous snakes here at all. You can tell where they're at. You can look at a body of water. It's not that hard. Like, you can look at a body of water and be like, yeah, some creepy, crawly bullshit's in that water. I ain't getting in it. And that's why I'm still alive today. Now, copperheads, we got a lot of creek beds and stuff. We go and ride 4-wheelers and stuff. That's where you usually find a copperhead. But they're not aggressive at all. Like, none of them are really aggressive. It's totally fine. Like, people are so scared of snakes and stuff. Like, they're not aggressive. Just leave them alone. Like, if you stumble upon them, just run away and they're not gonna chase you. Just Yeah, just leave them alone. Get on your four-wheeler and drive away. Like, it's not that big a deal. They ain't out to kill you. But Adam, to answer your question, I would say cottonmouth for sure is, we got an overabundance of them. We can send them up your way if you want. World's worst bourbon channel. Hey, howdy, y'all, and happy birthday, Trev. Cottonmouths can be aggressive. Run away from us. I will say, I've always thought that cottonmouths would be aggressive. My issue with that, I would agree. But here's the thing. Most of the time when a cottonmouth is aggressive is because we are effing with them. So they are aggressive. But I would be... If it was you, would you not be? We see a snake and they're like, oh... If you're like, oh my god, there's a snake, freaking, and then you start poking at it, bro, I'm gonna come and eat your ass. I'm gonna come and bite the shit out of you. A cottonmouth is not aggressive. It's because people realize that it's a cottonmouth, and then they start effing with it. And then it gets pissed off. And then it will come at you. And then they're like, oh my god, he's coming at me. Well, I mean, would you not do the same thing? I mean, you're freaking poking at me and throwing stuff at me. Like, I'm gonna... Like, a cottonmouth is literally me. I'm cool. And then you start throwing stuff at me. I'm just gonna come and F you up. A copperhead is not aggressive, but they are so camouflaged. But they strike. Here's the thing. No one wants to say anything about a copperhead. A cottonmouth only will come at you. It wants to show its mouth and get you away, and you go away. But if you start throwing shit at it, it will come at you. A cottonmouth or a copperhead, you can be walking in a creek bed and step on it, that thing will bite the shit out of you. So everyone, you know, who's more aggressive? A copperhead will F you up if you even step on it. A cottonmouth is warning you, and then you start throwing rocks at it, you know, like a middle school kid. Like, dude, I'm gonna go mess you up. Copperheads don't do that. They hide themselves, and then you step on them, and then you get bit, and then you're messed up. So, I disagree with the whole saying, like, I think cottonmouths are way more common. I think that's why they get the bad stigma. They're way more common. But it's because I feel like most people look at snakes and think that they're evil. Like, dude, he's just, like, swimming in a pond. And you're throwing rocks at it. You're like, well, yeah, I'm gonna come and get you. I will say, again, Rick, I would say they are the most aggressive snake of the ones I mentioned, but they are not aggressive. They're only aggressive because of how common they are and how common it is that you start effing with a snake. They do not want anything to do with you, but when you start poking at them and trying to kill them with a freaking shovel, I mean, would you not do the same? They don't see a human and come slithering at you to kill you. They are not aggressive. They're aggressive when they're threatened. And most of the time, I mean, I don't know. I've only seen them in like ponds that I would never be in. You don't see them in the lake. You don't see them anywhere other than places that where you would 100% expect a cottonmouth. I'm only saying this because did you guys see that freaking that girl who got her arms bit off by the alligator in Florida? I'm just saying there's zero chance that that person thought that it was okay to swim there. That's like it's the equivalent of me finding a pond in the woods and saying, "You know what? I'm going to go swim in that." And then I'm going to be pissed off that a water moccasin bit me. Stupid. No shit, there's freaking cottonmouths in this pond and they're going to bite me. Not because they're aggressive. Okay, you can call them aggressive. If I'm swimming in their pond and I run over their nest of babies, they're gonna bite the shit out of me. It's just dumb. Why you do that? I would say water moccasins are not aggressive. They are not aggressive. They're aggressive when you attack them. If you walked past a water moccasin, they would not bite you. If you stepped on a like if you're walking in a creek bed or whatever, water moccasin wouldn't be there. But just saying, if you walked over a water moccasin, they probably wouldn't bite you. A copperhead would bite you. A water moccasin opens their mouth and shows their mouth and it's like over there like ah, and then you just walk by. They won't go after you. A copperhead will bite you. You're supposed to put your feet on them. Why else would they be named water moccasins? I would I would never do that myself. World's worst bourbon channel. I would never do that. If I looked over and I saw a water moccasin with his mouth open, I would just like literally just do a 90-degree turn and you're safe. Period. Literally just like turn and go the other way and they're just going to be over there like for the next 5 minutes like ah, and you're safe. Like there's no aggression. They're not going to chase you down and bite you. I'm joking, Trev. This is Franchi. Okay. No, I'm just saying. They ain't going to chase you down. A copperhead, if you step on them, you're bit. You're done. Copperhead, they're kind of like, or a water moccasin, they're freaking just there. We have scorpions. Not that prevalent. Definitely not prevalent. It depends on where you're at, where we are here. See, I will never have a problem here. But my buddy who lives 20 minutes up the road, in the same city, they got scorpions. So I think the scorpions here in Arkansas are definitely in the more hilly, mountainous part of things. We don't get them here at all. Zero. Which is fine. I think I'm more scared of scorpions than I am a freaking cottonmouth. I've grown up around cottonmouths. That's nothing. It's just they ain't gonna get you. Don't have a, this is what I don't. This is what I'm gonna leave you with. We gotta end. This girl got her arms bit off in Florida. I saw the footage of where she was swimming. I would, there is 0% chance I would ever get in that water ever. Ever. I don't care if there's 10 other people in this water. I would never get into this. I mean, it's exactly. I'm not even from Florida, and I can know there's a freaking alligator in this water. So I don't even feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it happened, but you can't feel bad for someone who jumped into a fire and is complaining about getting burnt. What were you expecting? I don't care. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry that you died. But, I mean, that's like, I just, you can't be that dumb. We can't be that dumb. And that was dumb. It's very dumb. I mean, it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I saw the water. I saw the clip. There's a clip of the police officer responding to that girl who got killed in Florida. Dude, it literally looked like goddamn freaking like Bear Grylls about to go in there to find an alligator. It's just like the prime place to die. Stupid. To me, it's the equivalent. Like we got a bunch of all of these ponds around us, and that's where freaking cottonmouths live. These old rundown ponds. You know, there's like a tree falling over in the pond. It's like walking up to that pond and be like, yeah, we're gonna go swimming here. What? Brother, it's see, it's so it blows my mind. There's places around here where I'm like, if you told me you're gonna go swim in that, I would say I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna wait to call the ambulance for when the cottonmouth bites you. Like, it's just clear as day. And that's where that was. So what the freak are you doing? Agreed, yet someone lived in Florida people have swam in forever. I okay. I still disagree. That water, David, you need to watch that cop footage of them uh when the cop rolls up to help them. That doesn't look like any water I would ever swim in ever, period. And I'm sorry if you're just used to that because you live in Florida, but I guarantee you Florida's got way better water than that. And you could have picked any other water. You know? It looked like gator territory, and guess what? It was. And they're dead. So all right, I'm ending it. I gotta go wake up and race tomorrow. So um thanks for being here. Thanks for, I guess this was my birthday celebration, so thanks for being here. Love you guys. I'm about to piss, so I'm out of here. Love y'all. I'm gonna go race. We're gonna go shoot fireworks tomorrow, drink some more, have a good time. You guys have a good time.